Hey everybody, this is John Troutman for Cork.com, and I'm sitting here with a guy who has serious roots in the California wine industry. It's in his blood, so to speak. So I'm going to let him introduce himself and tell you a little bit about his background.
John, thanks for having me. My name is Cory Beck. I'm the winemaker at Francis Ford Coppola Winery. 14 years now with Coppola's. Started off in the mid-70s with my grandfather. He was a vineyard manager at Chateau Montelena for years. So I kind of had my roots at Chateau Montelena. Went off, got my degree in winemaking at UC Davis, and started with the Coppolas.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So 14 years with the Coppolas. You've seen a lot of harvests at this point in California. Tell us a little bit about 2009, the vintage just that wrapped up a couple months ago. What should we expect from the wines?
Yeah, so it was our second, when I say our, it was California's second largest harvest. We did 3.7 million tons. So a lot of grapes. The fortunate thing for us, across from all the way down south, all the way to the northern part of the state, phenomenal quality. We had not only a bountiful crop, so it made growers happy, but then also made the winemakers happy because the quality from Chardonnays all the way to Cabernets are really, really good. So 2009 is a vintage to look for.
Awesome, something to look for.
It is.
So now we're in 2010. It's obviously very early, but what have you seen so far?
Well, we needed rain, so that was the first thing. So we've already had about 36 inches of rain, which is what all the growers needed. So so far it looks good. We are seeing that right now there looks like there's about 2 clusters per shoot. So it looks like it could be an average to above average crop.
Great. So let's jump back to 2009 and more talk about sales in the wine industry, specifically within California. With the economy in the state that it's in, it's definitely been kind of a trying year in California, and there were a lot of reports that the economy was struggling in California in general. What does California need to do to get back to where it was a couple of years ago?
Yeah, I think that we're starting to do that. We're starting to put wines to, and especially Napa Sonoma, more affordable prices. Napa prices gotten a little high over the years, so prices are coming down. Growers are realizing that at the end of the day they have to sell their grapes, so they're looking at what they're doing as well in the vineyard. And then we see things like Menage a Trois and things like that, what Sutter Home has done. $10 bottle of wine, which is great. And so we're making those more affordable wines.
Gotcha. Yeah. So Coppola is obviously based within Sonoma.
Yes.
In California, do you see any other regions that are you might look to explore in? Some new regions that are emerging that have a good prospect in the future?
Yeah. So we are in love with Monterey. I think Monterey County, and there's a lot of vineyards in Monterey. It's about the same size as Sonoma in terms of vineyards planted. Great Chardonnays and great Pinot Noirs. Our Diamond Label, Gold Label Chardonnay comes from Monterey, and our Pinot Noir Silver Label comes from Monterey. Cool climate, good vibrant fruit, and the growers down there are really, really good. Great attention to detail. So I look for Monterey. It's a great appellation.
Gotcha. California is obviously known for those grapes at this point, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, the Claret that we're drinking now, the Bordeaux blends. Any grapes that you see that have a lot of potential?
Yeah, I think Sauvignon Blanc. I think some Sauvignon Blancs. I mean, we've seen what New Zealand has done. They've done a great job of making the segue. Alexander Valley, where we are in Sonoma, great Sauvignon Blancs. So on the white side, definitely Sauvignon Blancs. And on the red side, Malbec. We're starting to see more and more Malbecs. Argentina has done a great job of leading the way of bringing in Malbecs to the States. So more and more growers are planting Malbec.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Cory, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
This has been great.
Thank you.
Cheers.